I was born in Long Beach, California.
Activist Sachi Kaneko is a force, young, queer, and biracial. She's a deep thinker.
That's a good question.
With an easy laugh, but she is serious about her activism.
Oh, I have to be outspoken about this stuff. Not for me. I would prefer maybe not to be on television or not to talk about this stuff or tell everyone things about my personal life, but because I think that people need to see that there are people different from them and they still deserve equal rights as a human being.
She didn't always have that strong voice. Not exactly sure where she fit in, the daughter of a Jewish mother and a Japanese-American father.
I think a lot of biracial children have the experience where it brings two different cultures together. But on my mother's side, the sort of Russian Jewish side, my grandfather didn't really like Asian people.
But before she claimed her Japanese heritage, she rebelled against it.
There's these Japanese words like gaman suru, which is to persevere. It's kind of the strict, or shikata ga nai, it can't be helped. I didn't want to live under these things. I saw my friends who were not Japanese American and felt like, oh, they don't have to deal with this. They don't feel this pressure to go live in Japan and reconnect parts of their family. And I wanted that. It seemed easier. And as I got older, I realized it was something that I couldn't change about myself.
Sachi admits it took a while to solidify her place in the world as a person of color. But once she did, she was able to join the realm of activism, supporting causes like Black Lives Matter and reparations for slavery. She also works with the Japanese American Citizens League, the oldest and largest Asian American civil liberties group in the U.S. And as one of the Portland chapter's youngest board members, she's not afraid to push the envelope.
We're expanding, I think, beyond racial equity into gender discrimination or discrimination around sexual orientation, or I want to. I would like to see more involvement around queer communities.
Sachi told me while rallies and protests are important to affect social change, much of her activism involves internal work.
Looking at the ways that I've perpetuated things, where I've made mistakes, where I've said the wrong thing, and having to apologize or to look back and self-reflect and be like, that's not how I want to show up in the world, and knowing that I'm going to make a mistake going into it. It's scary. It's really scary, and it's also one of the most rewarding parts about being an activist.
She hopes that is the legacy of her generation, people giving up their time and energy to help others on their shared journey.